Hello, happy Aries season. I hope everyone is feeling like there's this fierce and fiery passion to be their authentic selves and blaze the trail for this new wheel that is turning for us. Happy spring equinox, happy spring. Hope things are blooming and just really bringing a lot of passion into everyone's lives. We have a pretty mercurial week ahead of us. Mercury seems to be the main planet for major astrological transits. This week we have 3 aspects with Mercury, and then Mercury is moving into Aries on Sunday. So the week ahead, we have the 21st to the 27th. I'm gonna draw cards for each day, and I'm also gonna not really go into the moon aspects as much because of the major astrological themes being there's like one every single day essentially, and then 2 days without a major astrological theme. So going to try to keep this concise, and yeah, so I'm going to start getting the cards. We have Monday, Moon in Scorpio. Mercury and Pisces will be conjunct Jupiter and Pisces, and this is just a lovely conjunction. Jupiter just being super full of happy, optimistic energy, and Mercury ruling our thoughts and communications. So great day to just enjoy happy thoughts and pleasant conversations. I feel like there could be some spiritual communications and intuitive gifts just because of the conjunction being in Pisces. Our minds could also be geared around philosophy and new areas of study and scholarly endeavors, since Jupiter is that expansive, philosophical, wanderlust planet who just loves to consume new information. I'm going to take 2 cards. Actually, we'll just, yeah, I feel like I should keep it linear for that. Sorry. Yeah, so Mercury conjunct Jupiter. I get this way when I do the cards. We have Strength, which is really taming our inner beast and moving with grace in innocence and purity, while Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Strength. We have Strength, taming our inner beast and moving with grace and purity, while facing those fears that can arise. This is inner strength and really harnessing that innate courage that's in us to face whatever struggles, or just moving through, our day-to-day lives. There's an abundance of guidance with this too, and just like a pure trust and a pure bond here. Trusting a lion and having that brute masculine energy and this soft feminine energy working well and harmonizing with each other. I think the spiritual communications can arise and really guide our hearts. I feel like strength really lives in our hearts. Having that willpower and strength, even if it's overbearing with passion and force, having that calm, cool, and collected demeanor while embracing this surge of energy. This is a really beautiful card. So I think with the conjunction, it's just affirming pleasantry and a future. Mountain peaks in the background. Fertile flowers for new areas of study and scholarly endeavors. Tuesday we have the moon moving into Sagittarius, and on this day Mars will be square Uranus. So Mars is in Aquarius and Uranus is in Taurus. This is focusing on free energy. Taurus just wants to be, or Uranus and Taurus just wants to be liberated, and Mars in Aquarius is freedom seeking and wanting to use this pure drive to towards innovation for the betterment of humanity, and seeking new paths to solve problems. So this aspect could really drive some sudden shifts into new realms of energy, and I know I said drive, but like maybe conduct, because energy and drive to get places and reach new levels of enlightenment, with the Aquarius energy very prevalent there, and also with the moon in Sagittarius. This aspect does have a tendency to be extra impulsive and precarious. There is just a lot of unpredictable energy here that like a slight just like erratic shift could in actions, or just like an impulsive decision or action could cause like blow ups and chaos, essentially, with Mars and Uranus and those more shadow aspects. So the key to this aspect is direction, and I think we're getting a ton of direction from the sun being in Aries, which is a cardinal sign, directing our energy into our self identity and what drives us. King of Cups is moving, and we have a lot of Mercury messenger energy here. There could be a significant emotion that arises this day. Mars does have a tendency to have like these impulsive emotions, but like in terms of how one responds to the remote emotion, there seems to be like an ease to that, or maybe like overwhelming emotions. But the Knight of Cups really can provide like a message in that, and I feel like soothes this aspect a lot, so that it's geared towards that water bearer energy that really wants to be constructive and helpful. Seems to be some charm and charisma. Water has different speeds. That's really what's cool about water. We have frozen, not moving. We have a gentle stream. We have a little trickle of water. We have a wave of salt water. Rain has different speeds and consistency. So I think that's something to be mindful of, just given the movement aspect of the night. And movement is key with direction. We have to move, and we have to be in a direction, so, or we move with a direction. I'm trying to get that to click. Hopefully it makes sense. Definitely some understanding energy that day. On Wednesday, we have Mercury in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces, and the moon's in Sagittarius. This aspect, I think it's all dream messages and dream messengers. Just, this is a full-on touch point with Mercury in Pisces, getting to meet the ruler of Pisces and the ruler of dreams. Definitely a day to be mindful of any messages or symbolisms that come up in a dream, or just a day to really embrace those delta waves. Maybe listen to like some binaural beats, or tune into that meditative state that really allows the mind to kind of just be calm. This is, Pisces is in the water, what I was saying with the speeds. Water can be super calm and just allow us to pause, reflect, and gain insight to bring with us. The cup is a vessel for knowledge, and you can carry that water with you. Four of Pentacles is holding on to what one has, sometimes stubbornly and sometimes just with the sense of I've earned this and it's mine, which is a hint of stubbornness, but in the Six of Pentacles, we do see some giving of that, what is earned. This is also standing your ground on something. Something has been built, and truly the standing firm in that structure. I wanted to mention that Mercury conjunct Neptune, since it's like that touch point, it's kind of like an attunement aspect. Just having that check-in and psychic attunement. Our imagination is probably going to be wild that day. Everyone's prone to fantasy and just probably having some visionary thoughts. So great way to use that energy in creative pursuits and creative and artistic pursuits. Make something. I think it's interesting how he's balancing one on his head. It's as if these have already been made and I'm sitting on these because they provide a foundation with this city structure in the background. That's a true foundation for success and prosperity. This is probably like a current work in progress, and this is a future. This is above the crown. A seamless flow to that, though. It's really interesting. Yeah, I definitely sense a lot of crown chakra energy with the conjunction and with this crown. Probably a good day to meditate too. Even if it's just like a short meditation, you can get in a 5-minute meditation if you plan ahead, or if you just think about it. I would definitely try to meditate on Wednesday. Okay, Thursday, we have no major astrological aspects, but the moon will enter Capricorn later in the day or in the morning. I think it's 8 a.m. And we have three aspects with the moon. So the moon will be in Sagittarius for these 3 aspects. One's a supporting aspect, and 2 are related to Wednesday in a sense. So we have the moon sextile Saturn in Aquarius. So we have some Saturnian, let's keep on track and guide. There's some guidance there and maybe some hidden advice with this aspect, considering the Sagittarius moon. So there is some navigation to the rest of the day. Moon square Neptune provides a conflict with reality and illusion, so there just could be some fogginess in I want to say mental scapes, because moon will also be square Mercury, who were conjunct the day before, or Neptune and Mercury were conjunct the day before, exactly. So there's like some indecision. This is that prone to anxiety. So I get a sense that because of foggy, mental, hazy, and just not having like a clear picture maybe could provide some anxiety. But with that Saturnian aspect, we have a really good guidance for that day. And that's also just knowing that the mind can be prone to fantasy. So Saturn can really gear it back to reality and keep us on track. So we have the Three of Cups. This is celebrating with friends and happy relationships. There's a lot of positive emotions in this card, and just really embracing in I feel like friendships and the joy and satisfaction that good friends can bring. There's a lot of abundance with the array of various flowers and a pumpkin. A pumpkin is for abundance and protection. Sorry, I need to take a sip of my drink. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. This stuff is so good. So this is also a tendency for overindulgence, so that's something to be mindful of. Overindulging at, like, I've heard overindulging at like a wedding, or just like literally drinking too much. Okay. Nonetheless, a pretty happy, friendly card to go with the day. Friday, we have the moon in Capricorn, and the moon will be trine Uranus. So we have that nice originality and authenticity for building a structure for Aries, passion of self. And we have the Four of Cups. This is sorry, I'm getting multiple. I'm hearing neglecting what is being offered, and it seems to be a little bit of disappointment in that, or just like unwillingness to accept what's being offered from the divine. But this is also a meditation card, and could just indicate a pause and reflection before actually receiving. Unamused. But like with the tree, we have like this like sense of life. It's almost like going straight, like the chakras, really indicating meditation. It's interesting how the 3 and the 4 seems like there's, this happy abundance of friends and positive emotions, and then we have a new one being offered and just a unamused or just like took a nap. Mercury aspects asking us to take a nap before Mercury moves into Aries could be something. On Saturday, this day, oh wow. Okay, we have Mercury sextile Pluto. All right, I have stuff to say on the card, but this aspect is truly seeds for structuring dreams in our mental realm. Mercury's in Pisces and sextile Pluto and Capricorn. This is the last aspect that Mercury has before Mercury starts a new cycle through the wheel. I honestly think there's going to be some really significant intuitive messages this day. Using and having keen discernment is key. Pluto can be a detective and really sift through light and dark and communicate that energy to our mental realm. This keen discernment allows for some completions and wrap-ups for transmuting into a new state of being or new thought realm. Pluto being about regeneration, this is truly the last part of the cycle before we start anew in a different mental scape that Mercury is about to embark on. And I feel like there is a lot of energy for confident and penetrating communications. powerful time to tap into any Plutonian influences in your chart and in general. Pluto is a very intense planet, but there's a lot of great, like, transformative lessons that can be brought and integrated with learning about those influences, and also with the objective of aiding the new Mercury cycle and Mercury themes of communication, of decision making, of thoughts, and everyday messages. So definitely a day to oh wow, I always forget, sorry, I just went off. A day to embrace this intense but wonderful energy in whatever messages that are being brought in. I always forget that the quilt here has the zodiac symbols and the planetary symbols. And what's interesting is this right here is the Mercury symbol, and it's the only one that isn't dotted. All the ones are like literally dotted, and that one's just straight up the Mercury symbol, which is interesting because this is mental scapes, this is thoughts, and Nine of Swords is anxiety, insomnia, not able to sleep because of fears, and maybe regret or something just keeping you, whatever keeps you up at night. And having that full dread of not being able to sleep because of it. And that does give me an impression that maybe the intensity of this aspect could be leaning towards those anxiety attributes of Mercury. Mercury can definitely get anxious and when it doesn't have direction. So, but also indicating a cycle's about to be complete. Like I really feel like that could just be like a dark night of the soul indication. Dark night of mental scapes. But in a bed of roses. And also just knowing those fears are just in your head. On Sunday, we have, and just need integration for the next cycle of Mercury. Okay, Sunday, Mercury enters Aries, so our thoughts are focused on our self-awareness, our identity, having awareness of our communication skills, and focusing our time, our mental time on ourselves for our passions and how we want to fuel our energy, and really just be like wanting to be gregarious in our passions and fueling our what we identify with, and so that we can be leaders in our areas of expertise in what we identify with. This is knowing this aspect also, or this Mercury in Aries is knowing that there's energy in your words, and what I think we will be mindful of how we talk, and what words we want to speak and what words we don't want to speak. For being leaders and what we want to communicate about. Trying to think of what else is coming through for that. I feel like it's creating a space for success, given Suns in Aries as well. So just creating a space that allows one to be successful in their character and in their identity. Aries allows us to, I use this a lot, but literally blaze a trail for the remainder of the zodiac wheel. So interesting how we have the Knight of Pentacles, because this is movement and this is slow movement. This is steady as she goes, and this is stay the course. Patience, and things take time, but there is really prosperity and abundance and stability, pure stability and security with this card, with this aspect. Some things take time, and that's just, it's humbling to know that as well. I feel like with knights, they have to earn the honor of being a knight, and that in itself took years, and now they're on this journey. Okay, Mercury is totally just truly in this water realm before getting into Aries. So a lot of like the Mercury consistency of like the actual element, like it's mercurial, it has this like flow to it that just allows it to like expand and contract and really like guide, but also be like a super reflective. Like I get that whole like Alex Mack, that show where she like turns into like a iridescent rainbow blob and can go of water and go wherever. I feel like that's what Mercury's doing before Mercury enters Aries, especially with all the aspects this week. So seems to be a message that inner strength is needed, and facing those fears, knowing there's messages coming through and you have friends and new messages, new emotional well-being coming through, and having security and a foundation for transmuting those fears, and also just kind of integrating So that was the reading. I hope everyone has a lovely week of Mercury messenger messages and communications. Also really hope whatever arises, this provides some navigation and allows people to transmute and integrate any shadow aspects that Pluto could bring. And yeah, I like how we have little bookends with this yellow. That's what I see it as, just like nice yellow, sunny abundance, and truly sunny abundance and protection. So thank you, happy Aries season, and I hope everyone has a lovely week. Thanks.